Welcome. In this tutorial, I will show you how to migrate a WordPress site to a new location, using the Duplicator plugin for WordPress. You could be moving your site to a new host, a new domain, or simply wanting to back up your site. With Duplicator you can accomplish the task quickly and easily. With the Duplicator plugin installed, and a little practice, the time required to migrate your WordPress site to a new location should take less than the time it takes you to drink your cup of coffee. This video is from kingsolutions.org.uk, where you will find WordPress and small business solutions for non-techies. If you enjoy the content in this video, then consider clicking on the subscribe button. Okay, let us begin. WordPress hosting. If you are moving to a new hosting provider, remember, when you buy WordPress hosting, you should always go for a web hosting provider which is optimized for WordPress. Do not choose solely on price. Consider the quality of the hosting service before you make a decision. The following article, which is also listed below the video, will take you to those hosting providers I have found to be both affordable and of proven quality. Duplicator Installation. For this demonstration, I will be using a WordPress site hosted on localhost, but the process is exactly the same, whatever your site's location. Before we begin moving your site to a new domain or server, you will need to download, install, and activate a WordPress plugin called Duplicator. Duplicator gives WordPress users the ability to migrate, copy, move or clone a site from one location to another, and also serves as a simple backup utility. This is a very popular plugin, with well over 1 million active installations. From the plugins section on the WordPress dashboard, click the Add New button, to add a new plugin. On the Add Plugins page, enter Duplicator into the search box. When the plugin has been found, click the Install button, followed by the Activate button, to get the application ready to use. With Duplicator installed, you will see a new menu item, Duplicator, on the WordPress dashboard. Site Duplication. If you click on the Duplicator menu item, you will be taken to the Packages page. This is where any previous duplication jobs would be listed. As this is a new install, we obviously have no jobs showing. Click on the Create New button, in the top right corner of the screen. This brings us to Setup Stage 1. Here you can enter a name for the archive you are about to create. I'll just leave the default name. The other sections, Storage, Archive, and Installer, can be ignored for now. Click the Next button, when you are ready for Stage 2. In Stage 2, Duplicator will perform a quick review of your site, to ensure everything is ready for the application to do its job. If there are any problems, then details of the problem and recommended solutions will be given. Providing your site passes the necessary requirements, click the Next button to move on. This will take us to Stage 3 of the process, where Duplicator builds the deployment package. This may take several minutes, depending upon the size of your site. When the build status is complete, you will be presented with the build status page. Hopefully, this will show the build was completed successfully. You will also have two buttons on the page. One is for downloading the actual archive, the other is for downloading the installer application. As you will need to download both of them, you can simply click the one-click download link. Save the files to a safe location. I'm just going to use my desktop. If you only need a backup of your site, then these are the files you want. Upload to website. Now we need to upload the files to the new website location, so we can recreate the website. This can be done with an FTP client such as FileZilla. In my case, I need to set the local site as my desktop. And, as I will be creating the new WordPress site in a folder on the remote site, I will need to create the folder and then copy the files from the desktop to the remote folder. I'll begin by creating the remote folder. And giving it the name, WP Test. We then need to open the folder, so we can copy the files over. Create database. Before we can create the new WordPress site, we need a database. If you will be using an existing database, then you can skip this part. If you do not have an existing database, we need to create a database for our data. Do this by logging into your hosting provider's cPanel, and running phpMyAdmin. Create a new database by clicking the New button. Enter your database name. And click the Create button. You should see your new database in the database listing in the side panel. Restore files. The next job is to extract the files we just uploaded to our new website location. To do this, we need to run the installer.php file. Before we do though, let's look at the current situation. If we view the contents of the folder, or subdomain, I created for the new site, we will see that the folder is empty, except for the installer.php file, and the archive file containing our WordPress site files. What we need to do now is unpack the archive file. This is accomplished by running the installer.php file. Running the installer.php file will display the Duplicator deployment script. The first thing that happens is the archive is checked, and hopefully, passes with flying colors. Clicking the Options section will enable you to retain the original .htaccess, user ini, and web config files, should you wish to do so. Generally, you can just ignore these options. Read the terms and notices if required, and then tick the checkbox. Then click the Next button to move on. This will bring us to step 2, installing the database. You will need to provide a database name, a username, and a password. As I am working in a local testing environment, I do not have to worry about passwords. In the real world, make sure yours is unique. The host will in all probability be localhost. There are a few exceptions, so if you do have problems, check with your hosting provider. Next, click on the Test Database button. This will check the database connection and display the current status. If everything is good, we can click the Hide button and move on. Click the Next button. This will bring you to the install confirmation. If you are happy with the settings, click the Yes button. After a short time, you will be presented with the Update Data screen. Again, just check the data is correct. Also, click the Options bar, and make sure the options data is also correct. You should not need to change anything. Click the Next button when you are ready. You will be pleased to know we are almost finished. All we need to do now is check the site is up and running. So, log into your site. And you should be presented with a screen stating, this site has been successfully migrated. All that's left to do now is a few cleanup operations. The first thing we need to do is remove the installation files. These are a security risk, and should be removed as soon as possible. Check that everything was removed successfully, if not, complete the task manually. Finally, double-check your permalink settings. And save them again, just to be sure the .htaccess file is updated correctly. Believe it or not, we are finished migrating the site to a new location or a new host. All that is left is to view the site. And here we have the site, running just as it should. Well, I hope you liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, then click on the like button below, and leave a comment. If you want to receive more helpful videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and check out the King Solutions website for more useful information. See you soon, and thanks again for taking the time to view this video.